sector, auto companies will begin announcing their sales for the month of June starting today. Abhishek Gaoshinde, the Deputy Vice President Research at Sharekhan by BNP Paribas, joins in. Abhishek, hi, good morning and thanks a lot for joining in. You know, it's going to be a muted month because we had those severe heat waves across North India, so retail footfalls have been affected because of that. But overall, what are your own expectations and is there any standout performance that you're looking at this month?
Yes, you have rightly mentioned that there's heat wave things, and beyond that, this lack of auspicious season has also impacted the retail sales in this month. Particularly, there was no major marriage dates were there, and there was no major festivals. So the natural trigger was not there. But even though the players have been doing means trying to push up the sales by some promotional schemes or region-specific discounts and all this, but it is right that broadly retails was muted, and in line with our estimates, we are expecting that quarter one overall would remain muted, even in the retail sales in some other segments like smartphones and all these things. We have seen there's a major shift towards the online because of the this heat wave kind of a thing. But what we are expecting that on a quarter one per se, the most of the players will report YOY growth in their volumes, and in the quarter two, we will see that some from July second half onwards, some retail uptick would begin, mainly because of this marriage dates and the opening of the school and colleges. And the quarter two would likely be a month of the production, and we will see a peak retail sales during Q3 because of this falling of the festive season. And by that, we can expect that as the monsoon deficit has been narrowing down, so it may also have some positive impact on the rural sales. And rural sales uptick would be a critical thing to watch out this year, because so far the growth has been driven largely by the urban segments.
Okay, so in terms of stocks, if you're saying that rural is going to be watched out for very closely, which are the stocks where you see more potential in terms of both growth and where there is valuation upside as well this month around?
Say for example, from rural perspective, we have been largely positive on the Hero MotoCorp, given that the kind of improvement it has shown in its margin profile, and has been continuously pushing its towards the EV sales side. So once the rural recovery would come out, then its entry level product portfolio would see a kind of a push up, and that may see a kind of uptick in its earnings also. So far in terms of the valuations, it has been considered as the cheapest stock in the overall two-wheeler peg. So as the earning momentum would continue, we will see that some uptick would be there in its valuation. So say for example, currently Hero MotoCorp is trading at 20x, and while Bajaj Auto is trading at 25x. So some valuation catch-up would be there as the volume growth would drive the profitability, as given that so far the performance largely driven by the margin expansion.
Okay. You know, as we speak, Bajaj Auto's numbers have come out and they're looking pretty good actually. So the numbers are higher than what the estimate was. 3.41 lakh was Nomura's estimates. Bajaj Auto sales have come in at over 3.5 lakhs, and that's something that the street will definitely like. In any case, the stock has been a huge outperformer. I mean, this year the stock is up almost 40%. I'm just going through the numbers now. It's a 5% growth that Bajaj Auto is seeing. We were expecting two-wheelers to, be slightly on the muted side. Domestic growth has been just about 8% for Bajaj Auto. It's actually exports that have hardly grown. 1% growth is what exports have seen at 1.42 lakh units. The domestic growth has been about 8% at 2.16 lakh units versus 1.99. But if you look at it, the sales are better than what the street was estimating. Now, Abhishek, I wanted your thoughts on this, particularly on Bajaj Auto, right? These are slow sales. I mean, single-digit growth is what you're seeing, but better than what the street was estimating, and the stock has rallied a lot. Do you think there are more triggers in Bajaj Auto to take the stock higher?
See, Bajaj Auto is largely been seen for its product mix, because it has a higher share in this above 125cc segment. So volumes are not truly representing the kind of a potential it has and the kind of a margin profitability it would have. Going forward, that beyond its numbers, that what Street has been closely watching out, that its upcoming launch of the CNG versions, because it would be a first of its kind of a launch from in the CNG motorcycle segment, and and the kind of network expansion that we have seen in the CNG side, and if this product would come out at a decent pricing point, although the success of the product would be seen over the period, but if the product would be able to steer the market in the initial period, then definitely it would be considered as a new stream of revenue for Bajaj Auto, uh, and and keep it up its high valuation in the market.
Okay, just a word also, I mean the three-wheeler sales for Bajaj Auto continue to be very strong. So total three-wheeler sales have gone up 16%. It's the two-wheeler pocket where they are seeing some pressure on the export side. And this is also because, a lot of their global markets, whether it's Nigeria, continue to face issues, especially with currency devaluation, etc., being the big issue there. There's Egypt as well. So the slowdown is really in two-wheeler exports. Otherwise, two-wheeler domestic market is seeing a 7% growth. Three-wheelers are doing fine. And overall, it's a 5% growth. Abhishek, just wanted your views before we let you go on one last pocket, which is commercial vehicles. We are seeing some amount of rebound over there. Any thoughts and any favorites here?
See, on the CV side, that it was expected that the Q1 would see some pressure because of the ongoing election, as we have seen in past also, that during election period, the fleet operators entered into a wait and watch mode. But after the election, based on our dealer feedback, we have seen that some uptick is there, and this OEMs are also pushing up the demand via some promotional schemes and all these things. So even in the Tata Motor has indicated for a price hike from January, from July onwards. So that may also, we believe that it may also result in some kind of a preponement in the sales in the month of June. But broadly, we believe that from the second half of the quarter two, we may see gradual uptick in the MHCV segment also, assuming that the economic activity will again catch up after the election. So in a CV segment, we are liking Tata Motors because of its two things. One is its dominant presence, and second is the continuous focus on the EBITDA margin that has been continuing so far, I think, for last 4 to 6 quarters. So we are liking Tata Motors more in the CV segment.
Okay, you're liking Tata Motors more than in the entire CV sector. Got that, despite a 27% rally. Got it. Finally, on tractors, any thoughts? I mean, it has been very lackluster. But now the expectation is of a decent monsoon, right? So between Escorts, M&M, anything you would buy?
See, in the tractor side, that we all know that there is a high base effect, and people are guiding for at least for up to maximum of a 5% kind of a growth. But what is happening in the tractor segment is also that the market share thing is moving from here or there. We may see some kind of a market share improvement in the Mahindra and Mahindra in the quarter one of this particular compared to the previous year, given that quarter one is a seasonally good quarter for OEMs, the wholesale side, as they build up inventory ahead of the festive season. So that may be visible in the numbers also, but retails has been still lagging. It's all depend on the kind of a monsoon that would drive the performance. But in the tractor segment, if you talk about that, we are liking Mahindra and Mahindra because of the two things. One, this dominant position in the tractor segment, and second, that it's auto segment has been picking up, which is somehow supporting the kind of a shortfall if some there would be in a tractor segment. So from this perspective, we are liking Mahindra and Mahindra in the tractor segment.
Okay, actually, it's come on time because we've got the Escort sales right now and it's not looking good. Total sales are down by 2.6% for Escorts. Domestic sales have just seen a 1% growth, and the company in the press release says that sales in the key market saw a delayed pickup in retail season. But now the season is expected to continue to grow into a larger part of July as well. With the monsoons progressing well and continued government support, including an increase in MSP, they anticipate demand to improve in the coming months. But there was a delayed pickup in the retail season, and hence just a 1% growth is what Escorts has seen in their domestic sales, and that's why there is some pressure over there. Abhishek, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in. So two numbers that have come out: Bajaj Auto sales slightly better than what the street was estimating, but Escorts continues to be under pressure as the entire tractor segment has been reeling because of the delayed monsoon.